Hello everyone, this is your old good buddy here, Team Rai, and my friend, introduce yourself.
Chronics from the most extreme wrestling. How's it going?
I'm doing excellent, and thanks. Come on board. Now we are just going to discuss from last night on Raw, the returns, about like Ric Flair, Mean Gene, and other superstars. So what do you want to discuss first, Chronic, real quickie?
Well, a quick one, I guess, would be Tommy Dreamer. That one kind of came out of nowhere, I thought. Didn't you think?
Yeah, I was very surprised. I thought that we won't resign him, but maybe just a one-time deal. I'm not really too sure. But I heard a lot of rumors that WWE wants to work with him, like in the storyline. I don't know how, because the ECW brand is gone, so I don't know how they're gonna work with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like Tommy Dreamer, I know that they had a big falling out when he left, and he talked a lot of crap about WWE, as a lot of superstars do, you know, and I think he did some things like in TNA, and then he was on the indie scene, and, you know, he was a little bit bitter about his falling out, so I thought it was really interesting that they brought him back, and it's funny because people still remember him. You know, Tommy Dreamer was never like a huge mega star or anything, but, you know, he's always a recognizable face. And it was cool to see him, and that was like the last person I expected to return last night. That was probably like the biggest out of nowhere one to me.
Yeah, and plus it was in Philly, so I just had a feeling something's going to happen, you know?
Well, that's true with the whole ECW connection and everything, so it was cool for him to be able to come out and do that again.
Yeah, next superstar was, who was it, besides Ric Flair?
Well, we saw Mean Gene again, and who else was it? It wasn't Superfly, it was, what's his name? Can't even remember.
Yeah, I know, it makes me mad. Look at the website you said, remember? You gonna look at the website?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, with Mean Gene, I mean, he's working for the company and he's been there for a while, so, you know, it wasn't out of left field or anything. He does that Legends of Wrestling and all that.
Yeah.
So, you know, he always shows up for the big shows and everything. But what about... Man, we got to talk about Ric Flair, though. Ric Flair was got to be, like, the biggest turn of the whole night.
Woo! Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Man, great how he did it. And him and Punk had a great promo. Then, of course, they went in the ring. Of course, Punk beat the crap out of him. And then Team Hell No helped them out. And the Shield is awesome. You know, that's what WWE needs. They need this kind of stuff on Chronic, right?
Yeah, because, like, Ric Flair, you know, he was in TNA, and then, like, he was out. And there was all the rumors of him coming back and actually managing Dolph Ziggler, which I was like, wow, that would be crazy. I don't really expect that to happen. But it was, like, weird for me to think that Ric Flair could even come back to WWE, because, you know, he first came to WWE, or came back after WCW went out of business in 2002, and this is, like, 10 years later. And, you know, his music hit, and then I was thinking, man, I just can't believe it. I had to see him physically come out until I could actually believe he was back in the company.
Yeah.
He came out there, didn't miss a beat on the microphone, and even had a physical altercation with Punk and
Paul Heyman,
which was crazy. Like, I did not expect him to get physical at all.
Yeah.
And it was just a mark-out moment for me. I was excited the whole time he was out there. It was just crazy. But
yeah.
It's glad to see him back. I don't really expect him to be a part of the storyline or really do a whole lot besides show up every once in a while. But, I mean, who knows? They might have him managing somebody. You never know.
Yeah. Speaking of Ric Flair, we discussed this off camera right before Ric Flair came on board. They said something, so they kind of ruined it, didn't they?
Yeah, because they're like, all right, well, we're going to have a big surprise coming up next. And then you hear the woo and, you know, Ric Flair say something. And I'm just like, well, that kind of spoils it. Now we know it's Ric Flair. I think, like you said off camera, it would have been much more impactful if we were just sitting there, and then out of nowhere, here comes the next person. It's Ric Flair. It's
yeah.
Like, whoa, you know, he came out, and it would be much more of a surprise. They kind of spoiled it. I don't know.
So
I guess they just wanted people to talk on Twitter between the commercial breaks or something, and it's kind of cheap.
Yeah, and plus it's not really a markup moment. The markup moment is like a surprise, but it's what it is. I really hopefully Flair did not get in the ring physically. Look what happened to Jerry King Lawler. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
and I mean, there's really just no reason for Ric Flair to get in the ring at this point. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. You know?
Yeah, and
like he's already had enough matches. He's got, all these classics under his belt, and in WWE, they don't really need that, It's just, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, and I really hopefully he manages Dolph, because Dolph really needs a big push like that. I know he had Vicky, but Vicky doesn't know the inside and outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying, though, Chronic?
Well, I mean, that was, one thing, but now we got this Big E Langston guy, and that appears to be Dolph Ziggler's manager now. Because, I mean, at the end of the show, he's with AJ. AJ brings out Big E Langston, this humongous dude with muscles just bulging everywhere. And, I mean, it looks like to me that's the new manager, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they just, the whole rumors with Ric Flair, they just fade away. So I don't know what they can do with Ric Flair. Maybe he'll be manager. Maybe he'll be behind the mic. I don't know what they're going to do with him. But hopefully he's just not a waste of space and they just release him down the road. But he's a two-time Hall of Fame. And then remember when he retired? Remember when the HBK retired him? I thought he's done. And now, it's a different story. He should have been gone from WWE. Don't come back. He should never have been there with TNA in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just that I guess a lot of those wrestlers just kind of follow the same deal. They have some kind of falling out with Vince McMahon or, some kind of financial situation. And I mean, that's really the whole reason that Hulk Hogan's in TNA. He needed the money. He could have retired, but his wife basically took all his money. So.
Yeah, stupid. Okay, another guy was, I forgot. Help me out. You got a website on the hand by you?
Well, kind of. It's not really giving me any good information. I think that was really it, because we had Ron Simmons come out and he said, damn.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But besides that, that was the big people, returning last night. The big returns. I didn't expect anybody to return, but,
yeah.
It was full of surprises.
Okay, now let's switch gears real quickly and discuss about what's your thoughts on the rest of the year? I really think, in my eyes, it should not be in John Cena. It should have been Punk overall. So what's your thoughts on that?
Punk overall and what? What do you mean?
About the award, because John Cena got it instead of Punk,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, John Cena lost like all of his matches. Punk is the champion.
Yeah.
Obviously, every time Cena has tried to go for the belt, he's lost.
Yeah.
That's very apparent. So, yeah, that was kind of strange. I also thought it was kind of strange that Punk didn't even qualify for a match of the year. I mean, that just seems preposterous.
Yes.
Like, it's just hilarious to me. It's like, really? He doesn't even get in there anywhere?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure over the past year he's had at least, like a top-level match. But apparently they didn't think so.
Well,
they're probably, this isn't like a legit award anyways. I don't think they even... used legitimate vote counting and everything. It all seemed very pre-planned.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking they probably just did that as a way to screw Punk, so that way he can, come out and complain about it and say that he's really the best in the world and he should have won all those awards, but, there's a conspiracy against him or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, like, if it was a legitimate poll, I'm pretty sure Punk would have at least came away with one award. I mean, at least one,
Yeah. Of course, I know if you noticed on Twitter, but a lot of people are bashing Punk. You ever notice that on Twitter?
Really? No, I never noticed anybody actually bashing him.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't want to say who name it is, but it's pathetic, But everybody likes the John Cena better than Punk. But I think Punk overall in the company, he's better. He's a better on the mic, better wrestler. But John Cena, I know I'm gonna get bashed with this. He's only had 3 great moves, and that's about it, overall.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, you're going to talk about, like, wrestling ability and all that. I mean, yeah, Punk is much better, but I guess, the main argument has to be that John Cena is still the face of the company. When they did the Susan B. Anthony cure for the breast cancer and all that, it's John Cena's face on it, and he's bringing in the most amount of money, and he's got the most amount of T-shirt sales, and he's the most recognizable. But, yeah, I agree with you. Punk does have much more entertaining matches for the wrestling fans, but Cena is still that Hulk Hogan type, stature. He's still way up there, and he's still the #1 guy by the WWE and everything. So I mean that sucks for Punk because he's actually out there, working really hard, even to the point where he's gotten injured, and he's still coming out there and, performing even though he has this injury and everything.
Yeah.
But even me, I'm not even close to being like a huge CM Punk fan or anything, but I'm not going to deny like his abilities and I mean, he should have at least gotten an honorable mention for having a good match this year. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I know. Let's switch, because speaking of Punk, what do you think about his new awesome shirt he just wore yesterday on Raw?
I couldn't even tell what it said. What? It was a white shirt?
Yeah, it says, I forgot what it says, I forgot what it say, I forgot. Oh, you know what, do me a favor, go on WWE.com right now and check it out real fast.
All right, let's see. It says knees to faces.
Yeah, knees to faces, because he's making fun of The Rock. And that
Rock. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going to be having a match at the Royal Rumble.
Now, I heard, I don't know if that's really true, your wife said that he does not like wearing that yellow shirt. Is that really true, or what?
It's just like an observation that she made, because, he came out with that shirt and he would hardly ever wear it, and he's had it for like 3 weeks or something, and now he's not going to wear it anymore. He's got a new shirt.
Already.
I just thought it was kind of interesting, because, the white shirt he had before with the, when he cut the promo and everything, was like an awesome shirt, and everybody loved it. It was a very popular shirt, but I don't see very many people in the crowd wearing that yellow shirt. It's just kind of a bad shirt, I thought.
It's okay, but just it's not the right color for him, It's not his style. Maybe like white or black, or I don't know. But if it's John Cena, he will wear it in a heartbeat,
Yeah, it's just kind of, it doesn't really seem like it fits him. But this knees to faces thing, I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
They're going to at least have an interesting match at the Royal Rumble, I think. It's cool for Punk, because he's getting to interact with Ric Flair. He's going to be wrestling The Rock. I mean, a match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania doesn't really seem that unlikely.
It's gonna happen. Hopefully, because I think around like January, February, or around there, that's when we're gonna see the return of Taker. He's gonna cut some great promos like he did in the past, and it's awesome. Really quickly, just a short plug. I discussed this on the off camera. I recommend you pick up WWE Raw 1000. I told you didn't know it was on DVD version or Blu-ray. It's available on WWE.com. It's a great thing. 1000 episode of Raw. It's awesome. You can see the whole entire episode on Blu-ray, and it's awesome. So. And it's disc 1 and disc 2. So what's your thoughts on that real quickie?
Yeah, I want to check that out. I didn't realize that was out. I definitely want to get that. I hope it doesn't become a rare item, much like the Raw Homecoming DVD was, because it came out and then it was kind of a rare item. And I think even maybe the 10th anniversary or the 15th anniversary of Raw, I can't remember which one, is also a little bit rare. So, yeah, probably picking up that thing would be a great idea. And I want to own it for sure, and having it, in high quality Blu-ray would be perfect. So yes. I'm definitely, sometime in the future, going to pick that one up.
Yeah, right now I'm watching, not right now after this video, I'm watching the countdown. Great moments. Some of the things doesn't make no sense. They shouldn't be on a freaking countdown, but how WWE rolls these days, They like to they like to make us make videos about it and Twitter about it. So what the hell? Why is this on here? But the Blu-ray, I recommend you get the Blu-ray because you get some more stuff than the DVD version. The DVD version just absolutely, no offense to you guys who have DVD, but I think eventually all this stuff on Blu-ray will automatically be on Blu-ray forever. Like on like Survivor Series 2012, it's available right now. Cheap Pop, I was there live. And hopefully one day more pay-per-views come to Indianapolis or Chicago. You know what I'm saying, Chronic?
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool, especially for y'all guys. I'm hoping they'll have another pay-per-view over here in Little Rock. They don't have very many, and one of the most memorable was Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker in Hell in the Cell actually happened in Little Rock.
Oh, wow. Oh yeah. We there at the time? Or no?
No, that was way before I moved out here. But I used to be able to go over there to Dallas And I mean, they have all kinds of shows over there. Like Raw Homecoming was over there, and several pay-per-views. I think Undertaker getting buried and becoming the Dead Man, at WrestleMania in 2004. Like that show where he got buried. I believe that was also in Dallas too.
Yeah, I was at WrestleMania 20, and that's in New York City.
Right, but I mean when he got buried.
Oh, yeah, Survivor. Yes, it was. Yep. Oh, another thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of WrestleMania, I don't know if you heard rumors, but at Elimination Chamber, it'll be at New Orleans, and they will make a big announcement where WrestleMania 30 is going to be. Now, there's a lot of rumors going around. It might be in New Orleans. So, what's your quick thoughts on maybe the home of WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans?
Well, New Orleans. What state is that in?
New Orleans. Would the Saints play? New Orleans. I can't really. It's off my tip of my tongue, but.
See, I'm hoping that it's going to be in Dallas, man, because it could be at the Cowboy Stadium, and 130,000 people could possibly fit in there.
It's New Orleans. There you go, New Orleans. There you go. That's the name of it, New Orleans.
Yeah, but I'm hoping it'll be over there. But New Orleans isn't really that far away from me.
Yeah.
But either way.
Or it might be
over there in Louisiana, so
or it could be
have to go that far. I could totally make that one.
Or it could be with the Dallas Mavericks play, that huge stadium too.
Yeah, I mean New Orleans is like the very, very bottom of Louisiana over there, but I could definitely make that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought that they always made the WrestleMania announcements at WrestleMania, though.
Well, it's just rumors, it's just rumors go around because Elimination Chamber is the home of New Orleans, so that's why they want to do that, what I'm saying? Do it early? I don't know. That's a lot of rumors going around,
Yeah, there's all types of rumors of where it's going to be at. I even heard that they're going to do it in Madison Square Garden, which that would be ridiculous, seeing how WrestleMania 29 is basically in the exact same area.
Yeah, I mentioned that before. It's so stupid. Now, if they want to have it at the Garden, they should have done it this year, not next year. But what it is. They said every 10 years. But, what, screw tradition, because WWE, I mentioned this before, I'll do a quick recap. WWE wants to go to a big arena like football or baseball stadium. They want the huge arenas, not because Madison Square Garden is a small arena. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm out of here from your friend Team Rai. Anything else you want to say before you're off camera?
Well, just everyone follow me on Twitter at MXWChronics. My channel, Most Extreme Wrestling, and also our Facebook page is The Most Extreme Wrestling. All the plugs for me right there, so please check it out. Thanks for having me on your show and everything. Had a lot of interesting, good topics to talk about, so it was a good time.
Okay, you want to say Merry Christmas or something like that?
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all the other holidays that I am unfamiliar with. Have a good time, because there will be lots of presents and lots of food. It's always a good time when there's food for me. So everyone have a great holiday and a new year. 2013 is right on the horizon.
Oh yeah, so Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from your friend Team Rai. Goodbye everyone. Enjoy this video later.